Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Scorpio. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. I mean, if it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. What we have is the air card appearing in your reading here. It is in the overall energies. And when it appears, uh, it, the following cards, okay, so the cards in this reading are telling you what this person is thinking of. So this could be you, or it could be the other person, depending who's who in this reading. The air card could also symbolize the imagination. It could be here to show you how somebody was thinking and what they are thinking now. So let's delve deeper into this matter, because I feel like you are apart from this person because that person may have had some type of panic attack. And this was brought on by the imagination. The quality of their thoughts was here in this Nine of Swords. Okay, so they were having a lot of negative thoughts surrounding what was taking place at that time. And I feel it was about taking the relationship to a better place. To a better place, because it was under the clouds. It was raining. So the relationship had been struggling. This was to make something better. But the ghosts of the past were directly in front of him, and he just, it's like those thoughts were not letting him through, and those thoughts were telling him or her, whoever this is, that they couldn't trust this person, that whatever was happening there between them, if it was good up to that moment, maybe it wasn't going to last, or if they made them a promise that they wouldn't keep it, whatever it was, because this fellow here can indicate something, especially that the fact that he's in the reverse, you can't see his face, so that's how they felt. But the reason they couldn't see the person's face is because the swords were directly in front of them, in between them. And the swords were causing, the swords are what created that dark cloud that you see here, and all of the worries. The raindrops represent worries, anxieties, fears that you have, and that's what these swords were doing. They were leading the way, basically, to all of this drama that happened. They led them right into it, and whatever the swords were telling them, look, they believed them. And these, I mean, why not, right? They've been collecting these swords their entire life with the Hierophant. And so this is where their thoughts are. Their thoughts are on this Five of Swords energy that occurred because of those swords. That's where the swords led them to this culmination here, where everything just fell apart. And I feel that this would have happened. Something broke out real quick. So I feel like this would have taken you by surprise. Um, and so what we have here is the Six of Coins on top of this. So, and the Ace of Wands and the Emperor, and we also have the Key. And so this is about sharing some information with you. What is that information? Uh, well, it's a solution because it's the key. So it's right over this. So this is about finding a solution, or it's telling you that the solution to this problem can now be found. So perhaps they have dug deep and have found this information. And this is what they wish to share with you. Because this key can unlock a door that was closed. This key can unlock feelings. This key can reveal secrets and unlock knowledge or things that have been hidden. And so they may have unlocked the reason or the root issue of why this occurred. And indeed, this would be like a huge advancement for this person. I feel like this person, because of those swords, didn't stick around and fight for the relationship. The swords made them very afraid. And it feels like you do have the ring here. This is something that could be repeating in this person's life, something that keeps going around. Because they never dealt with these things, because they went very deep, possibly back to their childhood. And so now is the time, I feel, for this the solution to this, or the truth about this, to be found. It's that willingness to go back and look at something that has been very painful, something they've been procrastinating on, because we do have the whip here. So the whip is pointing to a need for better control or personal discipline. So if there is something that you or they have been putting off because it's too painful or too hard, the whip is a reminder that you need to get it done. So, and I feel like there's like a dual message here, because if you ever want to advance, if you ever want to change things, and I think there's a realization here of that, then you need to look at the swords, which are representing the ghosts of the past. That's what those swords are. If you ever want to reach the calmer shore, then these swords, these are ghosts of the past. They're old wounds. They're all the things that make you afraid. You need to look at them. And you need to disperse of them. Drop them into the water as you're sailing away. You have the key, and so you can do this. We know that when it comes to whatever you are dealing with, or they are dealing with, whoever this is, that there are, because of the Ace of Wands and because of the fire here, we know that there's some very intense feelings surrounding that. And I feel this wake up call, this recognition, because there is the key card is an actual rooster who's holding a key. So there's like a wake up call as to what the solution is. And I feel that is to get, if you want change, you're going to have to take action and make this change. Okay, you're going to have to look at those swords and assess their value. You're going to have to be willing to look at a truth. And because you've been carrying them, for you or they, for such a long time with the Hierophant, I feel that when you do go back and look at those swords, they will not hold the same value that they did in the past, and they will thus be less frightening and fearful to you because you've changed, you've grown. You won't see them the same way, and it'll be much easier for you to get rid of them, to toss them to toss them over the side of the boat into the water. And so I feel that this person, we see him here, he's been in this Four of Swords energy, and he's tired of being here. He's alone. He's possibly very frustrated. This person, if it is not you, if it is someone else, then they're watching you. If it is you, most likely you are watching the other person, wanting to get some information, because I have the Hunter here. Okay, and the Hunter is looking, he's not acting yet, he hasn't sent a message yet, but what we see is this Hunter is now ready to enter into this relationship and to settle down, but they're carrying a burden here, they're carrying a cross, and they want to get this off their chest. So they do indeed, it's here. They want to share something with you about a past situation pertaining to that Five of Swords energy, wherein they probably blew up, became panicked and very afraid, and may have ran. We see that with the Cancer symbol in reverse. Honestly, I feel like this person's heart I feel like they're feeling a lot of pain and a lot of regret. It feels complicated for them somehow. Possibly because of their past beliefs, all those swords. They would still, even if they had tossed those swords out, looked at them, they would still be feeling fallout from that. And that fallout could affect them in their confidence area. Okay. And so they could still have doubts as to whether or not they could actually have this cup. They want it. But they're not sure that they can have it. You can the expression on their face, and their arms are crossed. The eyes in the tree are peeking at it, almost fearfully. But they want this opportunity to have this cup. It's just that they're unclear about whether the plan would work, or whether or not you could build things, or how to build things together, or even if you would accept them back. There's a lot of questions here because the moon is here. And having all of these doubts and insecurities here, because of deeper emotional issues, the fallout that's still there, Um, they feel that. I feel it in my gut here. So they feel it. It's most painful for them, thinking that they can't have it. Um, I feel like there's this is why, yeah, this is why they're standing back watching. And do we have the heart here also? So this person really does love you. And they're feeling very burdened. The cross is sitting next to this to the heart. Um, and I feel like they want to reach out to you. They want to pass you that coin, and what they're unsure of is whether you would take it, you know. There's two people holding that coin. They want this opportunity. They want to be in this relationship. And if they ever want to get you back, they need to come up with a new plan. So there's a new blueprint being formed. So there's a new idea, a new thought being formed in their mind, and it's really heavy on their mind, you see. See how the coin presses down into the head as they look at that mountain? And this is coming up with a new plan, you see, on how to get over the obstacle that stands between you, which is that Five of Swords energy, which has been their fears. I feel like they have figured the fear part out. They have figured out what the root issue is, but there's, like I said, still fallout. They've been carrying those swords for a long time. That's what the Hierophant is telling me. The Hierophant is learning what you need to know in order to grow. And the Emperor, well, he's all about building things. All of the Emperor, and he's looking at this, at a couple here, you know, he's looking at his people, right? And all of his ideas and all of his actions are aimed towards the building of physical forms. And we're talking here about a relationship. The stability, restoring a relationship. I feel like with Temperance sitting here, Temperance is about making these adjustments in order to restore the balance in a relationship and be able to advance with the Empress down that path that you really want to go. You see, there's the path, and it is leading up and over the mountain. Look at that. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. So, adjustments need to be made in the plan. There you go. There's the plan. There's the blueprint on the wall. They're making the adjustments. Okay? In order to, yeah, this is just all making sense here. In order to fulfill the vision that they have. Okay? And that is because currently now they're on the outside. They want to be on the inside and be part of this vision that they have to make it real. And there's the Sun. To have this happy outcome, to overcome the difficulties, to overcome the obstacle that stands between them and this vision, this happy outcome. And so here they're trying to figure out how to gain the higher ground, to fight for this relationship. This person is ready for this relationship now. They weren't back here because they had to deal with all of those swords. They had to deal with those swords. That boat wasn't landing on the other shore until they did. And that is a lesson that has been learned, you see. And they had the key all along to do it. They were just missing that courage to go and look at it because it was fearful, and because they carried it for so long, it would have grown out of proportion, become much bigger than it actually was, and especially with their own growth added to that. When they go back and look at it, they don't see it the same way. And so they had to get rid of these ghosts of the past in order to do this, or in order uh, to see how to approach it. And so this is what's on their mind. And just know that you will hear from this person. Know that this person is lonely. They are missing you, and they are building a plan here. They're watching. This person has something to tell you, something to get off their chest. They're going to fight for this relationship. They're going to, they are wanting to turn this around. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.